us for this game between these two teams. University Athletic Association contest. If you missed the 2 games yesterday, or game and a half as it were, Brandeis won both contests, taking the first game 8-4 behind a 5-run 6th inning. And in the second game, their offense exploded for 21 runs in a 21-5 victory over the Spartans. A 12-run 6th is what powered them to that 6-inning win. Brandeis coming in with a record of 20-16, 7-7 in conference play. Case Western Reserve at 20-12, 8-6 in UAA contests. It'll be Aaron Hunt leading things off for the judges. For Brandeis, it's Hunt, Beamer, Badian, Wallace, Berdinsky, Rainey, Maines, Yamamura, and Deck in the starting lineup. For the Spartans, it's Dev Misra in the circle, the senior who was honored yesterday as part of Senior Day. Misra pitched in both games yesterday, and her first pitch grounded to short. It'll be Potts. Fumbled it in her glove, but throws over to first, so 1 pitch, 1 out, and we're underway here at Mather Park.
Now batting, number 14, Brooke Beamer.
So first pitch, swinging was Aaron Hunt, and she grounded out. Going to bring up Brooke Beamer to the plate. Beamer, who had 1 hit in the 2 games yesterday, but scored 4 times because of 3 walks. Takes the first pitch high for a ball, 1-0. Misra, who she's facing, pitched in both games, as I mentioned yesterday. An inning and 2/3, gave up 1 unearned run without a hit, as that pitch high and outside, 2-0. In the first contest on a pair of walks. And she started the second game, an inning and 1/3, charged with 5 runs, all earned on 4 hits and a walk, but got a strikeout. 2-0, called strike, now 2-1. Misra actually started the game yesterday, pitched an inning plus, and came back in to get the final out of that game, but the Spartans used all of their pitchers in that last frame. The 2-1 to Beamer, low for a ball, 3-1. We'll see how these two teams respond after quite a contest yesterday. 21 runs, the second most ever allowed by Case Western Reserve in their history. And that's coming on the heels of a doubleheader sweep. That one grounded through the left side, a base knock for Beamer. So it'll be a 1-out single for Brandeis.
Now batting, number 7, Katie Badian.
Katie Badian up for the judges. Badian in that number 3 spot playing second. Had 2 hits in the second game and a hit in the first contest. So she's reached in all 2 games so far. Pitch in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Beamer, not much of a threat. Oh, she is a bit of a threat to steal. 10 for 14 on the base pass. That hit raises her average. She was coming in with a team leading 410 batting line as that pitch fouled back. For Badian, a 292 average. She's played in every game for the judges. This is now her 35th start. 292 batting line, 364 on base. Fouls that one back, 1-2. We'll see how Brandeis is swinging today, the bats. They were patient yesterday in both games, walked a combined 18 times in those 13 innings of play. Pitch in the dirt for a ball, evens the count at 2-2. So they were patient, but when they got pitches to hit, they certainly drove them over the fence. Beamer had a home run, Wallace had a home run, Yamamura had a home run, as did Badian. Launches that one into right field. Steffes will take it herself, throws to first, but Beamer is back in time, so 2 outs here in the first.
Now batting, number 99, Jordan Wallace.
Jordan Wallace for Brandeis to the plate. 0 for 2 in the first game, but 3 for 4 in the second contest with 4 runs batted in. The Spartan defense, same as it has been for this series. First pitch to Wallace. Pops that one up the first base line, foul.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, should you have to come up with a foul ball, please return it to the ball
It's
return device.
Ashley Miller in left, Nyla Durham center, Elena Steffes in right. The infield is Bisberry at third, Karen Potts at short, Natalie Ching at second, and Kate Kuden at first. The battery is Dev Misra and the first-year Sophia Becker. 0-1 home to Wallace in the dirt. Good block by Becker there. Evens the count at 1-1. for Wallace, 390 hitter, third on the team in batting average. She started every single game, one of only 2 Brandeis judges who have started all 37 contests. Leads the team in home runs, leads the team in RBIs, leads the team in slugging percentage. Pops that one to right. Going to be a tough play, and it'll land fair just in front of the line. Throw in, cut off, and it'll be a single for Wallace as Beamer gets all the way to third on that. Hard for anyone to get to that ball. Steffes or Natalie Ching, who was coming over from her position at second base. And the Spartans' really only hope was that ball landed foul, but just in front of the line, it was it. And Kathy Graff, our first base umpire, was there calling it fair. So Bells Brudinski now to the plate with runners on the corners and 2 down here in inning number 1. Still scoreless from Mather Park. First pitch from Misra, fouled back, 0-1. Brudinski for Brandeis, the senior. She's appeared in every game. Started all but one, 315 batting average. She also has 8 home runs, swings and misses at that one. It's quickly 0-2. Also 2 triples, 4 sacrifice flies for the senior. Good player you want in this spot. Second on the team in RBI. The 0-2 must have been low, 1-2. I think it was low. Misra looking to get the strikeout or just any sort of out to get out of this inning without allowing a run. The 0-2 popped up to the outfield. Durham comes in and she'll get it. So the judges threaten with 2 runners on but do not score. We head to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0. Spartans to come to bat.
For your Spartans.
It'll be
Number
Karen
12,
It'll be Karen Potts leading things off for the Spartans here in the bottom of inning number 1. Potts, who had home runs in each of the 2 games yesterday, one of the only Spartans really to get things going offensively, combined 5 hits in the 2 games, 6 RBIs. Case Western Reserve only scored 9 times, so Potts really most of the team's offense in those 2 games yesterday. Leads the team in batting average, 417. 42 runs scored, 11 doubles, 9 home runs, 472 on base, and a 769 slug. Oh, by the way, she's also 24 for 26 stealing bases. So it'll be Potts at the plate facing Madeline Jennings. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Jennings we saw yesterday in the second contest. Started the game, went 2+ innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. That pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike, 1-1. Jennings throwing it fast out there from the circle. Brandeis has 3 pitchers. We saw them all in the second game. They each pitched 2 innings. Ragini Kanan threw the first game, a complete game, the 1-1. In the dirt, good block there by Rainey, 2-1. For Brandeis, the defense, Wallace at third, Deck at short, Beatty at second, Beamer at first. The outfield from left to right is Hunt, Brudinski, and Maines. Jennings and Rainey is your battery. The 2-1 to Potts outside, 3-1. And you can tell right now that Jennings is really working that outside part of the plate, making sure, trying to get Potts not to pull a ball. That home run she hit yesterday, one of the two, well over the trees in right center field, and Potts will take a strike. Runs the count full, 3-2. She did go the other way, did Karen Potts, but flied out deep into left field. That was yesterday. The full count offering. Lines that one right back to her head coach, Josie Henry, in the third base box. Stays alive, 3-2. Potts, the junior from Maryland. Psychology major here at Case Western Reserve. This is the final weekend of classes. The full count offering again, fouled back again. We had the final regular week of classes. Just one more day for students here. Tomorrow there will be some finals, I would imagine, in that on those Monday classes, and then officially finals start on Thursday. So these student athletes been studying. That one fouled again. 8 pitch at bat to start this game in the bottom of the first inning for Karen Potts. Fans are wondering if that one hit somebody's car parked out over there. I would not park over there if I was a fan, and Potts will draw the walk. So a 9-pitch walk for Karen Potts. She's on base to lead off the bottom of the first as the Spartans are looking to get things going here, trying to take an early lead. The only time they led in the doubleheader yesterday was, not even yesterday, it was on Friday when Potts drove in 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning. And Case Western Reserve had a 2-0 lead. First pitch to Ching. Drives that one up the left side, and that'll get through for a base hit. So first pitch swinging is Natalie Ching. Gets a base knock, puts 2 runners on. On that one, Potts was going on the pitch, trying to steal, and the shortstop, Deck, went to cover. So there was a wide hole on the left side of the field, and Ching found it for a base knock. So it'll be Biz Berry for the Spartans, the senior, who started every game at third on the team with a 309 average, leads the squad with 33 RBI. We'll see if she is bunting here. She also has 7 sacrifice hits. Takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Not often your number 3 hitter lays down a bunt, especially one leads your team in RBI, but you never know when you're trying to score. Pitch high, 2-0. She has not been squaring, so I don't think she is bunting here. The infielders are in a little bit at the corners, maybe even with the bag. The middle infielders, though, deep and back. Biz in a good hitter's count, 2-0. Pitch from Jennings. Lines that one back. Got a pitch to hit, but couldn't square the bat on it. So 2-1. Berry in the 2 games yesterday, 1 for 7. She had a hit in the first game. That pitch high, maybe a touch outside, 3-1. So Spartans threatening here. Runners on first and second. Nobody out in the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless game. Biz Berry in a good hitter's count, 3-1. Lines that one up the right field line, but just foul. Run the count full, 3-2. Big spot here for Jennings in the circle. Trying to get a key out with a good hitter up in Berry. After Berry, it's Kaylin Zuzai. The rest of that lineup, it's Zuzai, Miller, Steffes, Kunin, Becker, and Durham. Here's the payoff. Grounded to second. Go the sure way to first does Badian, and works like a sacrifice, but Berry's out 4-3.
Number 29, Kaylin Zuzai.
So Badian maybe didn't even really look to second. Her play was at first, and she went to first to get the sure out. So now there's 1 away, but now 2 runners in scoring position for Kaylin Zuzai, hitting .350 on the season. This is her 17th appearance, 13th start, 3 home runs, 11 driven in. First pitch to her in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and that'll be a run. That ball bounced in front of Rainey, and she couldn't find it after it got past her, and Karen Potts scored on the wild pitch. So it's 1-0 Case Western Reserve here in the bottom of the first, with Potts, who walked to lead off the inning, scoring on a wild pitch. Infield still in. A 1-0 pitch to Zuzai outside. 2-0. Kalen yesterday had hits in both games, went 2 for 7 with the solo shot in that second contest. The 2-0 over the plate but low. 3-0 now. Miller is on deck, Ashley Miller. Zuzai looking to drive in the second run. Ching, who singled, is on third. Taking all the way is Zuzai, and it's called a strike, 3-1. Kaylin does have home run power, especially here at home, Mather Park. 3 home runs. She had 2 in a single game, 3-1. On the hands to third, looks the runner back, and the throw goes away. And the runner will score. So that was Wallace on the air there. Will Zuzai reach? But Ching will score on the air.
Number 22, Ashley Miller.
And we'll get a visit to the circle. Wallace, the first half of the play, did really well. Fielded the ball, looked the runner back, threw to first, but the throw was wild, and Ching scored. No RBI there for Zuzai. It'll be 2-0 Spartans here in the bottom of the first. Quick conversation here in the circle for Brandeis, talking to the young pitcher in Jennings. Madeline, the first year from New York, went to Beacon High School in the city there. She'll face Ashley Miller with a runner on first and just 1 out. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Miller hitting .277, appeared in every game, started all but 1 contest. Yesterday, 2 for 6, got a hit in both games. Ball high, the rise ball, 1-1. For Wallace, that's actually her 12th error. She had an error in each of the first 2 games in this series. The 1-1 to Miller. Must have been low, 2-1. We would touch it inside. This is what Case Western Reserve needed after losing the first game and getting blown out in the second contest, as Miller grounds that one a spinner to second, fielded by Beatty, and she'll toss it to first for the second out. So 4-3 the put out there. Zuzai will move to second. That'll make the run earned. Elena Steffes to the plate for the Spartans, now batting with 2 outs and a runner on second. First pitch to her, low, 1-0. Steffes, the junior from Findlay, Ohio. 1 for 2 in the first game. Had a sacrifice hit. And in the second contest, she'll pop that one up now, and it'll land in fair territory, but was not touched until it went foul. So it'll be a foul ball. Jennings had a bead on it, tried to field it, and then as soon as it hit the ground, I think she tried to bail out and was able to not touch it before it went foul. Back in the box is Steffes. Heading that one to center field. It'll be over the wall. A home run for Elena Steffes, and it's 4-0 Case Western Reserve. Pretty good result for Elena on that one after the ball went just foul. She takes the next pitch and drives it over the center field fence. For Steffes, that is home run number 3 on the season. And even more importantly,
Now batting, number 5.
It'll be a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of inning number 1. Kate Coonan now to the plate for the Spartans. Ball in the dirt, 1-0. Coonan hitting .324. second on the team still in batting average. Started every game. Second pitch to her, grounded to short. It'll be Deck. Throws over to first and dropped. So the air will keep the inning alive. Deck had it. Throw was a little low, but Beamer, who you could see there was apologizing to the infield on that, had a play on it, and the inning will continue. So Deck will get the assist. And Sophia Becker will come to the plate, the first-year catcher, hitting .234 on the season. Called strike. Couple of errors here for the judges in this inning. Leads to 3 unearned runs as that pitch low for a ball, 1-1. Yesterday, they weren't flawless in the field, but they certainly made up for it at the plate, scoring 29 times in both games. Just 1 error in each contest. Ball inside, 2-1. But so far in the first inning, already 2 fielding mistakes, 1 at third base and 1 at first. And it's resulted in 4 Spartan runs. Well, not resulted in directly 4 Spartan runs, but indirectly in a sense. Grounder to third. It'll eat Wallace up. Over to third is Coonan. And Becker will reach on that. Take a look at that to see if that'll be the third error of the inning or not. I think right now we'll give it a hit. Just because of the way the ball hopped. Take a look at it. Keep it for now. So that'll be a number 9 hitter in the Spartan lineup, Nyla Durham. Spartans all 9 have come to the plate here in the first inning. Durham, the junior center fielder, hitting .243 on the season. We'll see what she's doing at the plate with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Durham always a threat to bunt no matter what the situation is, and she can reach in just about any scenario. First pitch to her, called a strike. Runner going. Throw down goes to third. And Becker will get a steal on that. Good play there by the judges, who sometimes will throw it the short way. Other times, the short way I mean to the pitcher, sometimes to second. The 0-1 to Nyla. Outside, Jennings tried to get the corner but missed, 1-1. So 1-1 on Durham right now. Does get the outside corner on that one. It's now 1-2. Spartans have already scored 4 times here in the opening frame. They lead 4-0. Runners on second and third with 2 outs as Durham will watch a pitch there that went just too far outside, evens the count at 2-2. Jennings was trying to get the call. She's been working the outside part of the plate against most of these hitters. 2-2 offering. Inside, in the dirt, and that'll score a run. So Coonan will score on the second wild pitch of the inning. Becker will move to third base. And Durham now will bat with a full count. So it's 5-0 Case Western Reserve. This is exactly what the Spartans needed. Coming off of a 21-5 drubbing. A scoreless top half and then getting the bats going in the bottom half of the first as Durham fouls that one back. Count still full, 3-2. That also made Madeline Jennings work here in this frame. 41 pitches already. I can imagine she's not long for wear, especially with Jamie Staub warming in the Brandeis pen. 2 outs, full count. The pitch, low ball 4, and Durham draws the walk. The inning continues. So the Spartans have officially batted around. It's now Karen Potts again, up to the plate.
12, Karen Potts.
And that'll be it, I think, for Jennings, the pitcher, as Brandeis head coach came out to talk to the home plate umpire. That was Danny Bishop. And everyone will meet in the circle, and here comes Jamie Staub. So 9 batters. For Jennings, and she is out of the game. We'll tell you more about Staub when we come back.
42, Jamie.
So it's Jamie Staub on for the Judges. Staub, who we saw in Game 2 yesterday, pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. She faced 10 batters. Both of those runs were earned. This season, she has the lowest ERA of any of the 3 pitchers on the staff, 4.44, 6-2 record. Now her team leading 22nd appearance, 18, now 19 of those out of the bullpen. 64 2/3 innings. 278 batting average against, just 28 strikeouts. You can see she pitches from the left side, the southpaw for the Judges, the southpaw from Lawrenceville, New Jersey.
Once again, now batting.
She'll face Karen Potts, the leadoff hitter in the Spartan lineup, who walked and scored to start this inning. Potts will bat with Durham on first and Becker on third, and I imagine Durham is running on this pitch. Left on left, here's the pitch. Durham does go, pitch is called a strike, and there'll be not even a throw. So Durham will get the stolen base, and now Potts bats with 2 runners in scoring position. The Spartans look to keep this inning going. They've scored 5 times already. Second pitch way outside, evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 from Potts. Whoa, lost the grip on that, and a run will score as the ball goes all the way up the first baseline, but only Becker will advance. So 6-0 Case Western Reserve now. That run will be charged to Jennings. So Durham advances to third, the 2-1, way outside, 3-1. Potts for the Spartans. Obviously the leading hitter. 3-1 pitch. Again, way outside, and she'll draw another walk.
Now batting, number 7, Natalie Ching.
Potts, who's walked now twice in this game, has now reached base in her last 20 games for Case Western Reserve. Natalie Ching up to bite, shows bunt. Potts goes, no throw. So Ching singled in her first at-bat on the first pitch that she saw. She'll face Staub for the first time with now 2 runners in scoring position. On the outside part of the plate, but called a ball, 2-0. I think actually that had some chalk. It's tough to call those, I would say, as that pitch fouled. 2-1 now. Coming from a lefty versus a righty, because that pitch doesn't come over the plate. If it's coming from a right-handed pitcher, that'll cross over the home plate when it gets to that left-handed hitter batter's box. But from the left side, that pitch is harder to call a strike as an umpire just because your eyes don't register it. 2-1. Ching will foul that one out of play. 2-2 now. So the Judges 1 strike away from escaping this inning. Case Western Reserve has scored 6 times on just 2 hits. 2-2 home. Popped foul. Still 2-2. This is now the 11th batter for the Spartans in this inning. 6 have scored, 2 have been retired, and 2 are still on base. That one driven to center. Going to be a tough play. And a diving catch by Burdinsky out there in right center field. And that'll retire the side. So Burdinsky makes a nice play on a ball that was dying in right center field, and the judges will get out of the inning. However, the Spartans score 6 times. They lead 6-0 as we head to the second. Dev Misra will work with a 6-run lead now. It's 6-0 Spartans after just 1 inning. She'll face Taryn Rainey, the catcher for the Judges, who started now in all 3 games. I think there's now an issue with the PitchCom device. It's not what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. Spartans have a wrist device that they use to call all of their pitches, and I think Sophia Becker's was malfunctioning, so she had to get a new one from the dugout. Rainey went 2 for 3 in the first game and 1 for 3 in the second game, so 3 for 6 overall with the run driven in and 2 walks. First pitch now from Misra. She'll drive that into center field. Going to be a tough play, but Durham on a run will catch it. So 1 pitch, 1 out again here in inning number 2.
Now batting, number 28, Maddie Maines.
Maddie Maines now for the Judges will bat. Maines hitting .346 for Brandeis. You would think that'd be, well, pretty high on the team. Fifth on the team in batting average. First pitch to her in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Maines, after Wallace, the only other judge to start every game for Brandeis. .346, 16 driven in, 7 doubles on 36 hits. Pops that one into left field. Miller takes a few steps in and will make the catch. So 2 quick outs for Dev Misra in the circle. And Dylan Yamamura will come to the plate. Yamamura getting her first start in this series. She went 1 for 1, had a pinch hit grand slam in game 2 yesterday. Looks at a strike, it's 0-1. Yamamura, a .295 hitter on the year. 14 driven in, 5 doubles and a home run for a .226 slug. This is her 26th appearance, 22nd start. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2 now. Yamamura struck out 13 times in 61 at-bats for Misra, who's looking for her first punch-out today. She has 60. That pitch in the dirt, 1-2. 60 Ks in 76 in the third innings. The 1-2 now. Grounded to short. Potts should handle it. Throws it over to first, and that'll retire the side. So a 6-pitch inning from Dev Misra, and the Spartans still lead 6-0. We head to the third. A change for the judges as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Yamamura now behind the plate catching for the new pitcher Staub, and their previous catcher Rainey is now the designated player. Staub will face Barry. Looks at a ball, 1-0. Barry grounded out in her first at-bat to second base. Staub didn't like what pitch call was there, so she steps out and will take another crack at it. The 1-0 pitch to Barry. Low and outside, 2-0. Spartans looking to add to their lead. Case Western Reserve has a 6-0 advantage. There were 2 hits and 3 errors. One of those 2 hits, a home run by Elena Steffes. The other one, a single from Natalie Ching. 2-0, high for a ball, 3-0. One of the runs scored on an error. 2 of them scored on wild pitches. 3 of them scored on wild pitches? I think I'm missing one there. Either way, a 3-0 count on Barry. She'll take a strike, 3-1. Barry the senior for the Spartans from Plymouth, Minnesota. From the same area as where Josie Henry grew up. She'll take another strike. Brings the count full, 3-2. The head coach originally from Minnesota. Went to college at Ashland. Started her coaching career at Cleveland State and then moved here to Case Western Reserve all those years ago. As Barry drives that one, but foul. Keeps the count full, 3-2. Henry now in her 16th season leading the Spartans. Team only has 1 losing record. That was her first year here in Cleveland. Other than that, the Spartans have had winning seasons every other year. 3-2 home to Barry again. Just missed, ball 4. So Barry will draw a leadoff walk to start the second inning, and I think she'll be lifted for a pinch runner. Barry has been, she started every game for the Spartans, let's just say, and just about every game in her career. Sometimes the wear and tear of playing every game gets to you.
Please, now running at first base for the Spartans, number 14, Sierra Ejercito.
So Sierra Ejercito at first base now, running for Barry, with Kaylin Zuzai at the plate. Zuzai who reached on an error. Ejercito running on the first pitch. Throw goes into center field, so that'll be a stolen base. Ball. So a stolen base for Sierra. And she'll be on second now for Zuzai. For the first year from Madison, Wisconsin, that was her '22nd steal in 24 attempts. Zuzai fouls that at the plate, evens the count at 1-1. Fouled that one off of her ankle. Ejercito, again, the first year from Madison, went to Verona High School. She's been mostly used as a pinch runner, and you can see why. The 1-1 called a strike off speed there from Staub. 1-2 now on Zuzai. The throw from Yamamura was on time and would have probably gotten Ejercito, but there was no one there to cover. The shortstop a little bit late to cover as Zuzai will pop that to center field, and Maines with another diving catch. So a great play there out in center field.
Ashley Miller.
Sorry, that's Berdinsky out in center. Maines is in right. Bells Berdinsky now with 2 diving catches here in just the first 2 innings. Prevented a couple of Spartan hits. That one softly hit to center, just like the first one, and Bradinsky had enough wherewithal and enough speed to get to it. Ashley Miller now takes a strike. Miller grounded out in her first at-bat. One away here for the Spartans in their half of the second. Case Western Reserve leads 6-0. Runner on second is Ejercito. Miller will line that one into center field. Can Brzezinski make another play? No. That'll land and go all the way to the wall. So at least a double for Miller. She'll pull up at second. A stand-up RBI double for Ashley Miller. And the Spartans will add to their lead.
Number 19, Elena Steffes.
It'll be Steffes to the plate for the Spartans now, who hit a 2-run homer in her first at-bat. With Miller on second, she replaced Ejercito, who scored on the play. Steffes looking for her first career 2-homer game, if you're curious. First pitch from Staub. Off-speed spinner, called a strike. 0-1. I believe that's the change-up. Miller on second. Now for the Spartans. That was her 17th RBI this season as Steffes chases a pitch in the dirt. Miller will move to third. So Miller will advance on the wild pitch. But Steffes is in an 0-2 hole. One down, so a sacrifice fly in order. The infield has moved in, even with the bag at all positions. The 0-2. Steffes chases a pitch outside and able to make contact, but fouls that out of play. For Miller, I mentioned 17 runs driven in. That was her 7th double on the year. Steffes now with 12 RBI, 3 home runs. Outside, takes the pitch there, 1-2. That one in, from my vantage point at least, looked in the other batter's box. For you viewers at home, you can see the batter-pitcher battery pretty well with our new center field camera. The 1-2, home. Grounded up the middle, off of Staub. Fielded there by the shortstop, and that'll get a run in. So an RBI ground out for Steffes. It'll go down 1-6-3.
Now batting, number 5, Kate.
Good job by Staub to get a glove on the ball, deflect it to her shortstop, and get the out. Otherwise, I think Steffes would have reached easily on the play. So 2 down now, bases empty. Spartans lead 8-0. It's Kate Coonan who reached on an air and scored in the first. She takes a strike. That was Deck at short who fielded that after it went off of Staub's glove. Pitch outside, ball 1-1. Potentially, if there was a right-handed pitcher in the circle, I don't know if that ball would have been deflected. Staub, with her glove on her right hand, able to get to that. The 0-1 lost the grip. Now 1-1. 2-1? 2-1. 2-1. Coonan fouls that back, evens the count at 2-2. Kate, the sophomore, spent her first year playing mostly in the outfield. Now this year, mostly at first base, replacing Bella Russo, who's now on the coaching staff. The 2-2 home. Outside, maybe a bit high, 3-2. Yamamura tried to frame that, bring it over the plate, but I think that maybe didn't help her case. Full count offering again. Foul up the third base line. Still 3-2. So after a 6-run first, the Spartans have scored twice here in the second inning. It was a walk and then a double. And then a wild pitch and a ground out. So 2 runs on just 1 hit in this inning. Overall, 8 runs on 3 hits. Case Western Reserves are making contact, taking advantage of wild pitches and errors, and driving the ball. Full count home, ball 4. So a walk by Coonan brings up Sophia Becker, who also reached on an error in the first. 0 for 1 officially.
Now batting, number 10, Sophia Becker.
See here. That pitch a strike over the plate, 0-1. So for Staub, he's tossed a full inning now. 2 runs, both earned on a hit with 3 walks. Kunin's going, throw down to second, goes into center field. Stolen base for Kate Kunin. Good throw, right in position, but Badian unable to corral it, and Kunin will get the steal. For Kate, stolen base number 13 on 17 attempts. So Becker now batting with an even count, runner in scoring position at second. Jennings, day not officially done. She can re-enter as a starting pitcher, but so far 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 6 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks. Did not strike out a batter, only faced 9. Staub, still the first time through the order. This is her 8th batter. The 1-1, way outside, 2-1. So it's the first year Becker, looking to keep this inning alive for Case Western Reserve. Spartans lead 8-0 here at Mather Park, and this is the final game of a 3-game set. That pitch inside, and it hits Becker. She went to swing maybe a little bit, but pulled back, did not attempt the offering, and she'll reach on a hit by pitch. Bring up the number 9 hitter, Nyla Durham. We'll check to make sure she's okay before Durham comes to the plate. For Becker, that is the 5th time she's been hit by a pitch this season. Durham, who walked in her first plate appearance, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Spartans looking to add to their lead. Already up 8 here in inning number 2. And the sun comes out. Durham pop it up, but that'll go into the stands behind home plate and actually hit the roof of the press box. 0-2. Sun peeking out through the clouds. I think the first time we've seen it since Friday afternoon. It's been cloudy all morning here, and yesterday we had rain in the morning and then overcast skies the rest of the day. The 0-2, high, 1-2. I think that was a slider. Sweeper, maybe? Do they have sweepers in softball? Say they have sweepers in softball. Why not? Any pitch with movement now is a sweeper anyway. The 1-2. Inside hits Durham. So back-to-back hit batters load the bases for Case Western Reserve, and it's not the player you want to face with the bases loaded. Karen Potts.
Now batting, number 12, Karen Potts.
Potts, no official at-bat today. She's walked twice, both of those coming in the first inning, scored a run. That's now with the bases loaded. She was the first batter that Staub faced when she came on in the first, with 2 outs in that inning. Potts will drive that into right field, but it'll stay in the yard. Underneath it is Maines, and that'll retire the side in front of the track. So Potts got a pitch she liked, but not able to put enough power on it, and the Spartans will go down here in the second. However, they score twice, and it is 8-0 Case Western Reserve through 2. Top of the third inning, Brandeis trails 8-0. It's the bottom of their order. Mia Deck batting against Dev Misra. Misra 2 scoreless innings so far in this one. Deck 0 for 4 in the first game and 2 for 3 in the second contest. So 2 for 7, 3 runs scored in the series. She's now seen 2 balls in this at bat. This is her first plate appearance today. Lines that one into center field to get down for a base hit. So the Judges now, with their third hit of the game, that one is single to center.
Now batting, number 17, Aaron Hunt.
Bring up the top of their lineup in Aaron Hunt. Hunt, who grounded out to lead off this game. Deck for the Judges as the first pitch to Hunt. Called a strike. 0-1. Deck 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts. Hunt just 2 sacrifice hits on the year. When you're down 8, I can't imagine you're playing too much small ball. The 0-1. Low 1-1. Especially because Aaron Hunt hitting .395 this season. Second on the team in batting average. She leads the team in at-bats. The 1-1. Low 2-1. Becker came back from her crouch to look back the runner at first. I don't think Deck much of a threat to steal. Hunt. Leadoff hitter for Brandeis. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Evens the count at 2-2. She started all but one game for the Judges. Imagine at the top of that Brandeis lineup, the senior from Wake Forest. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Home crowd wanted that call. Home plate umpire did not give it. I think also maybe a little bit low on that as well. Hard to tell vertical, of course. Full count offering. And that one's ball 4. So back-to-back runners have reached for the Judges. A single and a walk. And Brooke Beamer will come to the plate. Beamer with one of those 3 hits for Brandeis. She singled and stranded at third in the first inning. Beamer, the team's leading hitter, now batting .416. Sun is shining once again as a pitch high for a ball 1-0. After the winter we had, and then a little bit of the fall summer we had here in Cleveland, it's been an interesting April, to say the least. Called strike, 1-1 now. A real tough winter. Lots and lots of snow in Northeast Ohio. And then suddenly at the beginning of April, it seemed like it was 70 degrees and sunny every day. The 1-1, called strike 1-2. That one at the letters. In the last week or so, it seemed to go back down to your regular April in Ohio, 40s and 50s. So any sun is much appreciated. The 1-2 home to Beamer. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Misra gets the punch out, her first of the game. Big out there for the Spartans is now runner still at first and second, but 1 out. And she gets the top hitter in this lineup for Brandeis. Katie Badian now to the plate. Badian flew out to right in her first at-bat. Foul that one back, 0-1. Badian, the junior from Massapequa, upstate New York. There's always debate about what is upstate New York. Pretty sure Massapequa, though, is pretty far up. Drive that one to right field. Steffes takes a couple steps right and then left and is able to put it away. So an out there, out number 2 for Case Western Reserve.
Now batting, number 99, Jordan Wallace.
So after the first 2 batters in this inning reached base, Misra able to get the strikeout and the flyout. Now she'll face Jordan Wallace with 2 away. Threat still not extinguished, though. Wallace, a dangerous hitter, leads the team in RBI. Lines that one to right, but right to Elena, and she'll put it away. So the Spartans will get out of it. They do not concede a run. Case Western Reserve still leads. It's 8-0 here through 2.5.
Ching.
Natalie Ching to lead off the bottom of the third inning for Case Western Reserve. Spartans trying to add to their 8-0 lead. 3 shutout innings from Dev Misra in the circle. She's been backed by 8 runs of offensive support as Ching looks at a strike. Nat 1 for 2, singled and scored in the first and flew out to end that inning. Looks at a strike. Spinner didn't spin there. 1-1 now. Ching, the first year from Honolulu, Hawaii, from Iolani High School in Hawaii. She'll be going home for the Spartans next year when the team makes a trip to the island states for their spring break trip. Spartans have already started planning that, facing some Division III opponents on the islands. 2-1. Foul back 2-2. Something to look forward to in 2027. But we're still in 2026 in Case Western Reserve, trying to stay alive for the postseason, really. 20-12 overall record. 2-2. Pitch to Ching. Grounds that to short. Deck will scoop it up, throw it to first, and Ching is retired for the first out.
Now batting, number 6, Biz Berry.
Biz Berry 0 for 1. She walked in the second inning. Spartans basically, in my opinion, need to win out the rest of the season to make the NCAA tournament for the 5th consecutive year. First pitch to Berry. Grounds that back to the pitcher, Staub, who'll glove and throw it over. So 2 quick outs for the Southpaw.
Now batting, number 29, Kaylin Zuzai.
Bring up Kaylin Zuzai, officially 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the first and flew out in the second, or in the third only now. The Spartans came into the weekend 30th in NPI, 10th among teams without an automatic bid. First pitch to Zuzai fouled back 0-1. However, every loss in NPI hurts you, and especially losses to a team much further down in the rankings as Brandeis was coming into the weekend. They were in the early 100s, I think 120th. 0-1 in the dirt, skipped in front of the plate, 1-1. So at this point, especially with both of those losses coming yesterday, the Spartans need to win out. They have a doubleheader against Baldwin Wallace next Saturday in Berea, the 1-1 low, 2-1. And then the only other games they have scheduled are their 3 at Carnegie Mellon 2 weeks from now to end the season and end UAA play. Zuzai fouls that at the plate, still now 2-2. Outside, runs the count full 3-2. So the Spartans trying their best. They're up 8-0 here in this game. Full count offering fouled back, still 3-2. They've been eliminated from the UAA championship. Emory and Wash U first and second. The Bears 13-2 and the Eagles 12-2. Zuzai will take ball 4. She'll be on with a walk. So no 1-2-3 inning for Staub. Emory has a game that they will not make up. So if they finish with the same number of losses as Wash U, I believe that will mean Wash U will take the conference championship. As we'll get a pinch runner here for Zuzai. Looks like it's number 20, Violet Tuma, running for the Spartans. 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now running at first base for Case Western.
So Tuma will run at first after the 2-out walk by Zuzai. Tuma, the first-year student from Temecula, California.
Number 22, Ashley Miller.
She sometimes will start as Miller will take a strike, 0-1. Tuma will sometimes start in the flex position when Cameron McClelland is the team's starting pitcher, because McClelland can swing the bat well. The 0-1, outside, 1-1. For Tuma, for 2 in stolen base attempts this year. The 1-1, and it hits Miller. Got her square on the shoulder there. So third hit batter of the game for Staub. Keep the inning going for the Spartans.
Now batting, number 19,
Elena Steffes, 1 for 2, had a home run in the first inning and an RBI ground out in the second. She'll bat with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Spartans have scored in both of the first 2 innings, 6 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. Have not scored here in the third. Called strike at the knees, 0-1. First 2 batters were quickly retired, and it looked like Staub was going to have a 1-2-3 inning when she got Kaylin Zuzai into an 0-2 hole, but Zuzai worked a walk, and after a hit by pitch, Case Western Reserve with a runner in scoring position. Here with 2 down in inning number 3, Steffes will look at a ball, 1-1. Low, 2-1. Tuma on second, Miller on first. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Looked like Staub took a little bit off of that pitch. In the dirt, full count. Runners will be off here. Full count, 2 outs. So potentially a single could score 2 depending on where it falls in the gap. Here it comes. Steffes will drive that to left, but it'll be right to Hunt, and the Spartans will be retired without scoring a run. However, Case Western Reserve still leads. It's 8-0 through 3. Defensive changes for the Spartans here in the top of inning number 4. His first pitch from Misra outside to Bells Brudzinski, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out. Violet Tuma will stay in the game and move to left field. Ashley Miller will move from left to right, and Elena Steffes will become the offensive player. The 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Brudzinski will pop that one up, and Barry will put it away. So 1 away here in the 4th. And Taryn Rainey will come to the plate. Rainey 0 for 1, flew out in the 2nd inning. Started the game behind the plate and moved to designated player. Misra working in the 4th inning. Called strike. Just 45 pitches now for the senior hurler, 27 strikes. Pretty efficient, pretty effective. After the Spartan stuff was hit hard yesterday. Ball outside, 1-1. Not a great day for earned run averages for any of the 4 pitchers. It's good to see effective length already from Misra. 1-1 called a strike on the outer half, 1-2. Especially because 2 of those hurlers, 2 of the first-year hurlers, are battling ailments, you might say. The 1-2. Grounded to short. Potts will get it on the ground, throw over to Coonan. Quickly, 2 outs. Maddie Maines will bat with 2 down and no one on for Brandeis. She flew out to left in her first at-bat. Maines, a .343 hitter now. Batting for the 2nd time against Misra. Ball low, 1-0. The scoreline holds. Could just be in for 1 more inning. Spartans would like to probably score a few more runs in their half just to be sure. The 1-0 called a strike, 1-1. Misra looks to her wrist, gets the call, the 1-1. High and off of the glove of Becker, 2-1. First-year catcher Sophia Becker. Now that wouldn't go down as a passed ball because no one's on base, but she has struggled a little bit defensively. It's hard when you're coming in your first year, you're catching a brand new staff, and it's harder still when you're catching collegiate pitching. Fouled back, evens the count at 2-2. But I will say Becker has 7 errors and 8 passed balls this season. A little bit different than the senior Caitlin Lamb, who was basically a 3-year starter. 2-2 pitch to Maines, fouled again, 2-2. That'll go, it did not go past the trees, it didn't look like. Landed in front of the fence there. So easily retrievable. There was a car coming, and I was a little bit worried. If you're unfamiliar with the layout here at Mather Park, we're at the corner of Wade Park and Magnolia Street. As that one lined to the left center field get down, Maines will have 1, maybe 2. She looks to second, the throw come into second, and after the long turn, Maines will come back with a dive. So a long single from Maddie Maines, but that'll break a streak of 5 consecutive batters retired for Def Misra. Dylan Yamamura to the plate now for Brandeis. Grounded out in her first at-bat. Yamamura, the catcher. She's catching now, I guess. Started the DP and moved to catcher. She'll bat with 2 down and a runner on first. Maines is on first. Yamamura will take a pitch outside, 1-0. Maines just 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts. Swing and a miss. by Yamamura. That pitch about the same location, I think. The first time she checked her swing, the second time she went all the way through. Mizra's, I think that's a cutter almost, probably just a fastball with some movement. The 1-1, a little bit slower, a little bit lower, 2-1. That one more of a drop ball. So the 2-1 pitch to Yamamura, swing and a miss, evens the count at 2-2. Two outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the 4th inning, it's 8-0 Spartans. Maddie Maines the runner on first, Yamamura at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Mizra with her second strikeout gets out of the 4th inning without allowing another run. And the Spartans lead 8-0. They'll bat in the bottom of inning number 4. Kate Coonan to lead things off for the Spartans here in the bottom of inning number 4. Coonan officially 0 for 1, but reached in both plate appearances. She reached on an error and scored in the first and walked and got to third in the second. Coonan, the sophomore. She'll look at a pitch in the dirt, 1-0, facing Jamie Staub. Staub now in her 4th inning of work. She came in with 2 outs in the first inning and got the final out of that frame and has pitched since then. And we are here in the bottom of inning number 4. Spartans with an 8-0 lead. Second pitch from Coonan, low for a ball, 2-0. So if they're able to get 3 outs in the top of the 5th and not allow a run, this game will be over. They'd like to score a little bit more here in the 8th just to give themselves a bit of a cushion. That pitch high and tight, 3-0. And starts with Coonan, who is the number 7 hitter in this lineup. 7, 8, and 9 for the Spartans is called strike 3-1. Fly to right field, going to be a tough play, and it'll go foul. Maines gave chase out there in right, but that was just too far foul for the right fielder to get to. Full count offering, line to right field. That'll stay fair and drop in front of Maine. So a leadoff base hit for Kate Coonan. For the Spartans, that's hit number 4 in this game. Just 4 hits, 2 against each of the pitchers. Bring up Sophia Becker, the first-year catcher. None out and a runner on. For Staub, as Becker will be hit on the elbow, and she reaches the second time today. Staub can't believe it. She thinks At least one of those hit by pitches, maybe two of them, had been lean, had some lean to them. And we'll get a couple of changes. Definitely a pinch hitter for the Spartans. It'll be Tara Fritcher hitting for Nyla Durham. And we'll get a pitching change in the circle as Ragini Kanan will be tossing for Brandeis. So a new pitcher for Brandeis. It's Ragini Kanan. Kanan has now tossed in all 3 games. She threw a complete game to start the series. 7 innings, 4 runs on 8 hits. She earned the win, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. She also got the win in the second game. She tossed 2 scoreless innings in relief to close that contest. Did not allow a hit, got a strikeout. It's 2 perfect innings for her. She'll face the pinch hitter, Tara Fritcher, the senior from Versailles, Ohio, as that first pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1-0. Fritcher, the senior, made a start yesterday and also appeared as a pinch runner. Swing and a miss at that pitch. A rise ball evens the count at 1-1. Fritcher went 1 for 3 in the game. That was her first hit of the year. She's now batting .091. The 1-1 from Kanan. Outside. 2-1. A little conversation there between Yamamura, the catcher, and the home plate umpire, trying to see where that pitch exactly was. Kanan liked the location. 2-1. Low. Fritcher checks her swing. It's 3-1. So Fritcher, this is her 15th appearance at the plate. She's 1 for 11. She'd have a double. No runs batted in. That's low for ball 4. So the walk will load the bases with nobody out, and it'll be Karen Potts to the plate batting again with the bases loaded. We have a little change here, and I think Fritcher will be run for as Nyla Durham will go back on the base paths. So Durham now on at first. Coonan led off the inning with a single. Becker was hit by a pitch, and Fritcher walked, replaced for Coonan. Replaced for Fritcher was Durham. It's Karen Potts to the plate. Potts officially 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. The first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Potts batting for the second consecutive at-bat with the bases loaded. She flew out with 2 outs to end the third inning, or second inning. That ball was low, 2-0. A walk will drive in a run, certainly. Has anyone ever walked? Yes. Kiri Kasdan walked 4 times in a game for the Spartans back in 2004. Potts will ground that one to second. Diving play there by Badian, and she'll get the out at first. So good play there by Badian, who was in to prevent the run at home. Able to get Potts at first, but Potts will get an RBI as Kunin will score and everyone else will advance.
Now batting, number 7, Natalie Ching.
So a key insurance run there for the Spartans. They now lead 9-0 here in the bottom of the fourth, and runners still on second and third with one out for Ching. Ching will look at a pitch high for a ball, 1-0. Today, Nat is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Pair of groundouts. The 1-0 fouls that one back, 1-1. She's coming into the weekend on a 10-game hitting streak that was broken in the first contest when she went on 0 for 2. She did walk in the game, though. And then the second game, 1 for 3. Already has a hit today. It's a 1-1 pitch now. Lined into right field, that'll get a run in. There is Maines. Tagging and scoring is Becker. The throw was in time, but a bit low, so a sacrifice fly for Natalie Ching will make the score 10-0 Spartans.
Now batting, number 6, Biz Berry.
Durham advanced to third on that. Maines made a good plan, and she got under it, had a good throw. Or there was enough on the throw. The throw was in time. It was just in the dirt, and Yamamura unable to get the tag onto Becker, who was hustling down the third baseline, running about as fast as one of those athletes over at the track and field championships. So with 2 outs, Biz Berry will bat. She'll look at a strike from Kanan. Durham still on third. Spartans lead 10-0 here in the bottom of inning number 4. Pitch low, gets away from the catcher, and Nyla will score the 11th run. Spartans needed just one insurance run, I thought, personally, but they've scored now 3 times here in the 4th. They lead 11-0. And they just need 3 outs now in the 5th to prevent the sweep. Ball high, 2-1. Barry 0 for 2 today with a walk. Spartans with just 4 hits. They've walked 7 times, though. Lined into right field will go foul. 2-2 now. They've walked 7 times, been hit by 4 pitches, and have reached on 3 errors. So 11 runs on 4 hits. But lots of batters have reached base, and a lot of them have come around to score. The 2-2 offering. Grounded to third. Diving stop by Wallace, but that'll be a base hit. So Barry will reach with her first hit of the game. Wallace made a diving attempt at that.
Now batting, number 20.
Caromed off her glove, and then there was no play after that. Violet Toomer with her first at-bat here of the weekend. Looking for her first hit of the season. Just 10 at-bats this year for the first year. From Temecula, California. First pitch she sees, she grounds that to short. They'll go the short way, and that'll retire the side. So 2 out and a ground out, but the Spartans score 3 times. They're 3 outs away from clinching this one. Case Western Reserve leads 11-0. We head to the top of the 5th. Dev Misra in the circle for the Spartans, looking for her first career shutout. She's 3 outs away from it. She'll be throwing to a new catcher. It's Riley Williams, the sophomore from Redondo Beach, California. 3 outs away, but they're 3 tough ones. First, it's Mia Deck, the number 9 hitter in this lineup, and then the top of the order, Aaron Hunt and Brooke Beamer.
The 5th inning for Brandeis. Number 4, Mila Deck.
Mia Deck, 0 for 1 today. Case Western Reserve leads 11-0. Here we are at the top of inning number 5. Deck first pitch, swinging, fouls it back. It's going to be above us and goes over the press box. I didn't hear it clunk the roof today. And say a rule stipulate if you lead by 8 runs after 5 innings, the game is over. So Spartans have 3 runs to play with. The pitch inside, 1-1. But Misra wants the shutout, I would imagine. Fouled back, 1-2. So far today, in the circle, Dev, 4 innings. Not allowed a run on 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Came into the inning with just 59 pitches, 36 of which were for strikes. Ball high, 2-2. Grounded foul into the third base coaching box, still 2-2. So Deck, the number 9 hitter, will lead things off here in the top of the 5th. Then Aaron Hunt, a .395 hitter, and Brooke Beamer, a .412 batting average. Swing and a miss by Deck. She'll walk back to the dugout. So that's strikeout number 3 for Misra, and 1 down here in the 5th.
Number 17, Aaron Hunt.
Aaron Hunt, the leadoff hitter for Brandeis, 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch outside, 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. Called strike again, 1-2 now on Hunt. A lot of good things to come from Misra in this game. She's been efficient. She's been around the zone. She is not. Fouled back, 1-2. I was about to say she has not walked anyone, but she does have 1 walk. She's escaped danger, but she's also had clean innings. It's a recipe for success. Lined into left center field. Durham will go to it, but it'll land at the warning track. A throw into second, but Hunt is in with a stand-up double. So a double for Aaron Hunt puts a runner in scoring position for Brandeis here with 1 out in the 5th. And Brooke Beamer
Number 14, Brooke
will come to the plate. Beamer, a .412 hitter. 1 for 2 today, a single in the 1st and a strikeout in the 3rd. Beamer, 17 runs batted in, 3 home runs, leads the team with a 546 on base. She has a .600 slug. Brandeis looking to break the shutout. They trail 11-0 here on top of inning number 5. Got a pitch to hit, but she fouled it back. Right on it was Beamer, 0-1. Not just breaking the shutout, Brandeis is looking to score 4 times to keep this game going. 1 down here in inning number 5. Swing and a miss, tipped back into the glove of Williams, now 0-2 on Beamer. Spartans, even with the bags at the corners, the middle infielders are back. Bisberry will now take a couple steps back, looks like. The 0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Becker, but Hunt will move over to third. So now Hunt just 60 feet away at third after the wild pitch. Williams kept it in front of her, moved it up the third baseline. That's a good block if there's a runner on third, but with one on second, pretty easy advance. Now the 1-2, fouled back, still 1-2. In the dirt again, but Williams keeps it in front, 2-2. Actually, she just got that in her glove. Here's her checks her watch. Here's the 2-2. High and outside, runs the count full. Payoff pitch to Beamer. That's high, ball four, and gets away from Williams, but she'll get it quickly back to Misra, and there'll be no advance. So Beamer will walk, puts runners at the corners with one out. Katie Badian 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. With one out, I'd imagine Beamer would be off on the first pitch. 10 for 14 in stolen base attempts. She's not going, and pitch fouled back, 0-1. No one runs more first and third plays than Case Western Reserve, and I'm just so used to that I think every team with runners on the corners will send somebody. Brandeis did yesterday a couple times, the 0-1. High, 1-1. But Beamer's not running, so far at least. 1-1 from Misra. Right down the heart of the plate, 1-2. I think Badian thought that was a touch inside. Maybe couldn't get the barrel on it, but right over the plate. So Misra down. Misra now with 2 strikes. Grounded to third, but foul. Still 1-2. Can imagine. I'm checking. There's Laura Muley is warming up for the Spartans in the bullpen. One, two again. High and tight, 2-2. Third time through the order for Misra now. And you saw Hunt got a double. Pop up, but foul. Still 2-2. Third time through the order, and also the third game that Misra is facing these judges. She's appeared in every game. Started the second game. Appeared in relief in the first one. 2-2 in the dirt. Skips in front of Williams. Riley's going to walk it back to Misra, and Beamer will retreat. Beamer was about halfway between first and second, but Williams, aware of the runner at third, just kind of stared her down and walked slowly to Misra. The full count offering. Pop to right field. It'll be a tough play for Miller. She'll catch it in foul territory. The throw home, not in time. So a sacrifice fly for Katie Badian will score the run, and the shutout is no more. Beamer moves to second on the play. However, it's 2 down here in the 5th. Spartans 1 out away from clinching this game and preventing a 3-game sweep, taking 1 of 3 from the judges. It'll be Jordan Wallace to the plate, 1 for 2, singled in the first, lined out in the third. Looks at a ball, 1-0. Wallace now hitting .392 on the year, the 1-0. popped up deep to center field. Durham under it, and she'll make the play and retire the side. So that'll end it here from Mather Park. Spartans will take this game 11-1.
Case Western Reserve 11, Brandeis 1. Ladies and gentlemen,
Misra will get the win. She did not get her first career shutout, but I think she'll take 5 innings of 1-run ball with 3 strikeouts. The Spartans will improve to 21-12, prevent the sweep. The Judges will drop to 20-17, 7-8 in conference play. Case Western Reserve 9-6 in the University Athletic Association. That'll be it here from Mather Park. This is our last scheduled home game for Case Western Reserve University softball. Thank you for joining us throughout the 2026 season. Thank you to everyone here on our production crew, all of our student workers, all of our professional staff, all of the coaching staff, to Ron Yance in particular. I've been Eddie Karakis, and that's been it here from Mather Park. Thank you, and have a good evening.